The winter transfer window is almost among us. Today we are playing Hamburg in our second round Pokal game. They are an interesting squad, to say the least. And then we are playing Cologne. They are also an interesting squad, to say the least. They are much like Kaisersalutern, having fallen on hard times. So today it's going to be two very interesting games. Let's get to it. My name is FM21, and this is the Red Devils Rising. We have had some really good win streaks this particular season so far. The loss against Zwickau and the loss against Hall are the only two we've had all season. Against Lübeck, that was the other game we played. We beat them 4-0. Against Saarbrücken, we beat them 4-2. Lucas Roser had a hat trick's worth of goals. Against Duisburg, we beat them 2-0. Sifsi a goal and Puri a goal. Against Unterhaching, this was a banger of a game. Holy cow, Lucas Spalvis had a hat trick's worth of goals. But this was one of those, what the heck is with the green screen there? Okay, so Spalvis scored in the 3rd minute. Redondo scored in the 8th minute. They got an own goal in the 14th minute. Spalvis scored in the 27th minute. Puri scored in the 29th minute. I'm thinking, hey, yeah, we're doing well. Well, then Hanshuddle got a brace of goals within 7 minutes. Spalvis scored in the 48th minute. Marcier scored, and then Hufnagel scored in the 88th minute, and it was, frankly, really, really close. We tried our level best to lose this game at the end, and Lord knows we came close to it. It was just, holy cow. It was, the score makes it look like it was a fun game to watch. It really wasn't. We then played 1860 Munich. We beat them 1-0 thanks to a Lucas Spalvis goal, and then against Uerdingen, we won as well thanks to a brace of Lucas Spalvis goals and a goal by Kenny Prince Redondo. Spalvis is having a really good season. Thus far in 16 games, he has 19 goals and 5 assists. He has 19 goals and 5 assists overall. That is not counting his European goals. He has 2 goals total there. Looking at his history, it's interesting. He started out in Freiburg on the youth squad, went to Denmark, AAB on a free, went to Sporting in Portugal, and then was loaned out to Kaisersalutern, where he had a decent season. I mean, 24 appearances and 5 goals isn't bad. He signed with Kaisersalutern on a free, and then was injured, I want to say, in 2019, 2020. And this season, he's absolutely setting it on fire. Now, the question is, can we hold on to him? The answer is, I don't know. We do have the January transfer window starting up. We are going to play the Cologne game. Normally, I don't play games in the transfer window. It's just a personal quirk of mine. But we've got a couple friendlies scheduled as well. So we are going to play Hamburg, and then we are going to play Cologne. Now, Hamburg is an interesting squad. They were long-time Bundesliga members, and they finally fell off. I remember there were, depending on which side of the river you were on, you either loved the fact that Hanover got relegated to the 2 Bundesliga, or you were really, really upset. They've still got a good squad. They've got some very good players. We've got our work cut out for us. Cologne is in much the same. This is a different Cologne. This is Victoria Cologne. I'm thinking it's the other Cologne. Good grief, Jellicoe. No, this is Victoria Cologne. They are a team on the rise. Cannot believe I totally missed that. They were actually a team I considered playing last season. So they started out in the regional divisions, got promoted, and then were bridesmaids, but never brides. They somehow managed to miss out here, and then they got promoted, and they're up in 3rd Liga this year, and they are solidly mid-table. They are one of those teams to keep an eye out on going forward. I think every save, at least to me, there's always been, no matter what league you're in, there's always 1 or 2 teams that stand out and start catching up to the others. In 2017 with Dunkirk, it was Marseille. In 2018, good grief, where was I in 2018? I can't remember. But like last year in Spain, it was more than a couple of teams actually that started making a move. Like Villarreal finished top 3 a couple times. Teams getting good ownership groups, good managers. They start spending money smartly, getting good players that turn out to be really good players and holding on to them. I mean, yeah, your PSGs and your Man Cities and your Man Uniteds and stuff like that, they can go out and spend 300 million euros at every transfer window. But that doesn't, I don't know that helps the team in the long run. So we are currently on 45 points. Let's go back here to the home screen. We are 7 points ahead of Dresden. Lucas Spalvis leads up with 19 goals and a 7.44 rating. Marlon Ritter, 8 assists. Tim Reeder, best pass completion rating. Spalvis, 5 players of the match. Carlos Sickinger, 7 yellow cards. In our 17 matches played, our 46 goals are the best in the third Liga. Our 17 goals allowed are third worst? That cannot be right. 29 yellow cards, third worst. If I go to league table, goals against, 17. Okay, that should be third best. Because Dresden's only allowed in 13. Duisburg 16, and we're tied with 1860 Munich, Rostock, and us for third. So that's just a glitch. We will make a bug report here in a little bit. Injury-wise, Huth is still out with the damaged spine. Janus Held is out with a torn groin muscle. Good grief. Kleinsorg is out with sprained ankle ligaments. That's pretty much it. Ritter's out with a tight thigh. He's probably not going to get the start today. It depends on what he's looking like health-wise. So that said, I'm going to take a look at my best available 11, set the reserves. I want to come back with our DFB-Pokal match against Hamburg in just a bit. So our starting 11 today, we got Spach and Gugol. Schad, Rieder, Kraus, and Hlusek are the defensive back four. Bachmann and Sifsi are the defensive midfielder and midfielder, respectively. Scarlatidis is getting the start on the right in place of Ritter. Redondo is on the left. Rosser and Spalvis are up top as the strikers. Pump the fist. Tell him it's a good opportunity. Schad centers it to Rieder. Back to Schad. Up to Rosser. Drops it off to Scarlatidis. Tries getting past the defender, and he's dispossessed. Dudazek gets it to Kittle, but Siftis steps in front of it. Scarlatidis gets it back, dinks it up, and it gives it away. Yada. Is that Bakari Yada? Maybe. We'll have to check that out. Kittle with the ball. Gets it to Hunt. Over to Yada. Guyamera back to Yada. Yada gets it back to Hunt. He centers it in. Kinsambi's there. And he is offsides. Okay. Dodged a bullet there. That is Bakari Yada. I'm not going to say a real high-end icon, but he was very key to to the high-end team having success early on. Yada throws it into Hunt. Back to Yada. Gets by Redondo. Hunt centers in and again knocked away. Scarlatidis with the ball. It's 3-on-2. Scarlatidis to Spalvis to Rosser. He scored. Play was moving a little bit too quickly for me to see how offsides that was. Something tells me it wasn't a lot. Young picks up the ball, stops it from going out of bounds. Gets it up to Yada. Back to Gamera. To Hunt. To Terode, to Wood, back to Terode, to Hunt, Wood, top of the box, back to Hunt, Terode, Hunt, tries feeding it to Chimera, and he does, far post. Nice ball movement by Hamburg. Spike was just completely wrong-footed, wasn't it? Half hour in. Been a close game. Hlusek to Spalvis. Back to Hlusek. To Kraus. Up to Sifsi. Centers it to Rosser. He gets it to Redondo. Back to Sifsi. Rosser. Dispossessed. Rieder runs down the loose ball. He's got options. Centers it to Bachmann. Taps up to Spalvis. He turns around. Redondo's there and he scores. That was nice. Let's see that in the 3D. Rieder gets the ball to Bachmann. Spalvis is there. Turns around. Redondo is sitting just in front far enough in front of the defender that he has a big enough hole to shoot through. That was well done. Well, Hamburg is slightly ahead of us statistics-wise. They've had 8 shots, 3 on target. We've had 7 and 2. But for the moment, the game is tied. Hlusek with the corner kick. Spalvis is there, but it's knocked away. Rieder runs down the ball, though. Holds it up, centers it to Kraus. Back to Bachmann. Drops it off to Rieder, to Rosser. Scarlatitis centers it. Oh, Rosser's there, and he scores. That was a nice touch pass by Scarlatitis. Rosser played the defender just right. Got on the outside of him, so he was the only one who could get to the ball first, unless the Hamburg keeper came out. And that would have been a dangerous move. Dudazak throws it into Woods, dispossessed. Scarlatitis bombs it forward. Young heads it down to Leisner, who gets it over to Hunt, out to Guyamera, over to Yada. He drives forward on the right, challenged by Hlusek, but he gets the ball to Terode, back to Yada, over to Hunt, to Kinsambi. Back to Hunt. To Kinsambi. Wood. Oh, tries taking the shot. Bounces off. Bounces twice. And gets it back. And a soft shot that Spahek has no problems taking control of. Hlusek with the free kick. Kicks it over to Bachmann. Centers it to Sipsy. Up to Spalvis. Takes the shot off Utrecht. And out for the corner. Is it Utrecht? Scarlatitis sends in the corner. Knocked away by Young. Is Rieder going to run it down? He is. Oh, I need to change that. Scarlatitis. Ulrich. Who throws it away. Shad. Back to Sipsy. Back to Shad. Sipsy to Bachmann. Up to Redondo. In between the defenders, takes the shot, but curls wide right. Off the goal kick. Young gets it out to Guyamera. Centers it to Kinsambe. Over to Hunt. Back to Kinsambe. Terode to Wood. All the way out to Yada, who's all alone on the right. Challenged. Dispossessed. Guyamera gets it in, though. Spahek. What the heck happened there? Spahek went up for it and completely missed it. Wood was right there to recover it. How do I get... I want to change the highlights to director. The highlight is on director. Okay. Ulrich with the save. See what happens here. Throws it long, or kicks it long. Ends up at Bachmann's foot. Sipsy gives it away to Yada. Yada's dispossessed by Bachmann, but he gets it back. Terode to Yada. Driving forward. Takes... I want to get that box table. Okay. I guess that's one way to do it. I didn't really want to do that, but okay. Shad is not having the best game. We're going to have to get Hercher on. Rieder can play the right. So he'll move over to the right. We're going to get Shad off and bring on Gottwald. 9 minutes left. Can we get it done? Let's get an equalizer. Ulrich. To Young. Back to Ulrich. Who gives the ball away. Gottwald. Gets up to Spalvis. Taps to Roser. Back to Spalvis. Redondo. Oh, to go. Oh, ooh. Too much going on. Yada gives the ball away. Young steps in front of it, gets it back to Yada. It's probably our best chance. Young with the free kick. Back out to Yada. He centers it in, knocked away. Kraus has it. Spalvis come up and get it. Long pass towards Roser, who gets by the defender one-on-one with the keeper, essentially. Can't get there. Angle's too tight. Crosses it in. Bachmann's there. Heads it over the crossbar. Son of a gun. Come on, guys. Let's get this done. Well, we had our chances. 21 shots, 9 on target. I am far from pleased with that result. We a lot of missed chances. I'm still not sure about that one offsides being offsides. That was Annoying as heck. Good news is we received 351,000 euros. Finance-wise, we're doing okay. We don't have anything in the transfer budget, really. Everything we got was essentially turned around and fed back into the club. So, we made a little bit of profit, but that's due to the money we just won. So, we got a ton of scouting going on. We got the January transfer window coming up. If I can get a player or two in on a loan, if I can move a player or two, even for a little bit of money, I will be okay with that. What I need to do is save the game, and then we are going to come back with our match against Victoria Köln in just a bit. The transfer window is underway. It's about a week into it. We've moved some players, mostly on freeze, and frankly, I don't know them all that well because I didn't play them, which is why I had no problems letting them go. We did go through, or the board came back and said, hey, do you want to revise? How are you going to finish? I said, yeah, we are going to finish top half of the table, and they gave me a bump of my salary and said the 3,500 euros I have in my transfer budget I could keep. So, go us. Today we're playing Victoria Köln. It's going to be a very interesting match. They've got some quality players. Rote, yeah, he's fouled by Harjovic. Red card. Come on, red card. Yes. You do that right in front of the ref, you really don't have any other options. Sickinger. Oh, good grief. I have made a loan request for a pretty good player who, if he comes in, should help us out the rest of the season. I'll knock it away, guys. Sifsi finally does. Riss. Dispossessed by Ritter. Bombs it forward to Spalvis. Nice first touch. Sickinger up to Roser, who was between the defenders, one-on-one with the keeper, takes the shot, buries it. Wow. You wouldn't have seen that on FM21. Not at all. He would have kicked that right at the keeper, and you know it. Good grief. That was a brilliant, brilliant play. Nice first touch by Spalvis. Taps it back to Sickinger, who just taps up to Roser, sitting between the two defenders. Someone's texting me. Keeper had well, he had a chance to stop that, but it wasn't a good one. We'll answer that after the game here. Okay, Köln had a pretty good chance until they lost the guy that got sent off. Herjek, the Serbian, Macedonian, that region, the former Yugoslavian countries. Ritter, into the box, tries crossing in, knocked away. Ritter comes up with it, gets it to Sifsi, out to Hercher on the left. He crosses it in, knocked away. The blinking ads, I swear. Scarlatitis drops it off to Shad. He tries crossing. Well, he taps up to Sifsi. Scarlatitis loses it. Roser to Sickinger. Wow, he buries it from the top of the D. His first goal of the season. That was well struck. Banger of a shot. That's goal of the year worthy right there. And that is halftime. We are comfortably ahead 2-0 thanks to 15 shots, 10 on target, a decent possession advantage, a good pass completion rating, and they are a man down. So they are struggling. And they've made a second substitution so far. Quiet second half. Kraus throws it in the crowd, knocked away, but it goes right to Rieder, gets it up to Sickinger, centers it to Sifsi, to Shad. He's got options. Hercher, back and forth, a lot of red in front of the box, but no one's taking a shot. Knocked away, Kraus ends up with it. To Hercher, to Sickinger. Oh, knocked away, but Hercher's going to get that. Crosses it in again. Ritter's there, centers it to Sifsi, Skarteltidis, and his goal, his first goal of the season. That was nice. It was some good ball movement. We had a couple opportunities before then to score, I think. It was just a lot of traffic in front of the goal. Nice volley kick by Scarlatitis. We are going to make a couple of changes here. We're going to get Kraus off and bring on Gottwald. Spalvus is not having the best game, so we're going to bring on Puri, who's right-footed. Is Roser left-footed or is he right-footed? He's right-footed as well. You can give him a break here. The guy's having a stellar season for us. He's going to have an off game every once in a while. And frankly, I hit the wrong thing. Holthaus for Köln. To Dej. Over to Lorch. Dispossessed. Ritter intercepts the ball. Puri. Oh, he's dispossessed. Gets it back. Over to Ritter. Gets it to Sivsi. Over to Sickinger. Up to Roser. Turns around. Gives it to Scarlatitis. Oh, and he gets it back to Roser, but the ball is just high and right. Hercher on the throw-in to Ritter. To Puri. Crosses it in. That was dangerously close. Shad tries crossing it in. The ball's knocked away. Sivsi's going to run it down to Sickinger. To Sivsi. To Ritter. To Scarlatitis. Over to Sickinger. Sivsi to Roser. Removing the ball really well. Shad, Scarlatitis. Baseline. Sivsi. Wow. Laser shot, but high. Handle on the free kick. Into the box. Knocked away. My number 7 player stood there like his feet were made of stone. Riss to Kleifsich. To Kleifish. Oh, Puri can't handle that. Stellwagen recovers, but it goes right to Goldwald. Ritter gets the ball up to Roser, who got by the defender. He rushes his shot. The keeper came out. He could have gone around him, but I think he saw a wide open goal and just pushed his shot. Holzweiler gives the ball away. Reeder. To Shad, back to Reeder. Up to Roser. Don't know what happened there. Sivsi to Roser. Out to Shad. Crosses it in. Puri's there, but right at Mielitz, who makes a very good save. Murbach keeps moving back and forth. The only thing more distracting is the blinking ads, and we come out of there with a 3-0 win. Well done, boys. I've had a lot of players on trial, and some of them have been like, oh, 3-star potential, but it just isn't worth it. The other thing I completely forgot to look at, and this is totally on me. We'll get through the press conference here real quick. Like, a lot of my squad, their contracts expire at the end of this season. Now, granted, some players like Sickinger and Huth to an extent, and these guys right here who are 18 years old, and they have a little bit of potential, but not a lot, I'm not worried about losing. Sickinger's 23. I don't think he's going to get better than the 2.5 stars he is now, especially if we get promoted this season. Einault, I would try and move, but he's on the last part of his contract anyways, and no one's going to take him. So, but for the moment, finance-wise, we're still under our payroll budget. We don't have anything of a transfer budget to speak of, and that's fine. Sickinger was very good. We'll praise him. And then, what are we going to come back for? Probably Bayern 2 and Ingolstadt, because Ingolstadt is 4th and Bayern 2 is Bayern. They've got great players on their squad. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to come back for Ingolstadt and Bayern. So a couple of good games. Losing the Hamburg game was a bit rough. I thought we had a really good chance to win that, but we made them earn it, and I am okay with that. Holy cow, the game is already saved. That's really good. They optimized that part of that. That's really good. So, let's go back to the schedule here real quick. We made them earn it. And frankly, I'm okay with that. They're a 2-Liga squad with some first Bundesliga players. I'm not going to say it was a given they were going to win. The chances were on their sides, but we definitely made them earn it. And I'm happy with that. I am. So, we lost the friendly to Excelsior. That was mildly embarrassing. But we got ourselves right against Cologne. But I played a really rotated squad against Excelsior. So, that is what it is. But we are well on our way to securing promotion, I think. Now, there's always a chance the wheels could come off, but we're 10 points ahead of Dresden, about almost halfway through the season. How many games are there? There are 38? Yeah, just halfway through the season. So we are doing really, really well. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM21. Thank you for watching.